ahead.
Okay. Announcement is made that adequate notice of this meeting has been given and that is being conducted in accordance with NJSA 10-4-6 of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. We will have the Pledge of Allegiance, please. You want to lead us? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. So roll call, please, Dara.
Mr. Joskowitz.
Here.
Mr. Kaplan.
Here.
Mr. Prasad.
Here.
Mr. Willens.
Here.
We also have Mr. King
Present.
and Mr. Chadwick.
Present.
First order of business is the resolution 1960. Do you want to read it, Scott?
Sure. Hold on, where am I? 1960. Yeah. Mr. Chairman, the board has approved the adoption of the following resolution memorializing the grant of relief requested by the applicant Kuldeep Patel in application number 19:60 for permission to legalize a 364 square foot driveway expansion, which would result in variances for the size of the driveway and driveway setback under the zoning ordinance of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills, and to seek a C variance relief for such reasons as placed on the record relating to property known as 36 Hamilton Road and designated as Block 349, Lot 12 on the tax map of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills.
Second? Anybody?
Prasad.
Okay. Any discussion, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is passed. Okay. The agenda items, first of all, we have application 1774, which we have received a request to carry once again. They had requested without notice, and council would like to comment on that.
Yeah, the last time testimony was given with regard to this application was, I believe, May of last year. No, December. Was it
Carried?
December?
No, carried it.
Was carried, but I think
November.
it was November. Okay.
Yep.
November, and based upon that amount of time, based upon the fact that the next scheduled date is May of 20.
May 6th, 20.
I think that they should be required to give notice in accordance with the 200-foot requirement. That way, anyone who wants to come will be re-noticed. That would be my recommendation.
I think that's a good idea.
How many times are they allowed to just keep carrying?
Until
You tell them
the board
they
says
can't.
no.
Tell them they
And
can't.
not only that, they've cost us a backlog because today we could have heard 6 or 7 cases and they delay us and they're costing us money and it's ridiculous. Present the case.
And drinking time.
I'm assuming the board would want to wait until we are more fully loaded if we were to have that discussion. I mean, I'm interested in discussing that, but we're missing a lot of people
Sure.
tonight.
I agree with you, but it should be on the record that it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess, what are the established guidelines, if there are any, on the number of times they can extend, right? Or request?
That would be a policy of the board.
Yeah, you don't have any rules on it. I
Right,
know
that's
this
what I
has come
thought.
up
Okay,
before.
okay.
But, I mean, my experience, most boards, if the guy's just dragging it out 6 months, 8 months, they send them a letter saying you will be dismissed for lack of prosecution if you are not present and participating next meeting, whatever that might be. And that's usually how they clean.
So we have a May date.
Nora was able to establish a May 6th date.
May
They
6th.
agreed to that date, okay?
Would it be
But they
reasonable to
also
let them
requested
know?
they do not notice.
No, that's ridiculous.
Peter King, our council is suggesting that we request them to notice, so that we can acknowledge and approve their request for rescheduling, but ask them to renotice, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. All right.
I would add to that we consider letting them know that if they don't show up on this one, they can start over.
I agree with Dave.
Well, just so everyone remembers that they've put in their case. So now the case is on the opposition. The people who are against it, they're the ones who are calling the witnesses.
But they're the ones, but the the applicant is the one who's not showing.
I understand that. I agree. I'm just saying that's
Yeah,
procedure,
okay.
that's where it's now.
What they're essentially doing is not letting the opposition testify.
Or hoping that over time, less and less people will show up.
Less and less people will show up, the opposition starts to get tired of paying for this, and they
Right.
drag it out.
That's, I think,
But
a strategy.
what,
Cost.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I guess the recommendation is that the matter be carried with notice. Is that correct, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, that's my understanding. Board agreed to that?
Yes.
And all
So moved,
extensions have been granted
Okay.
by way of letter.
Now, to Mr. Kaplan's comment, is there any additional verbiage
Is there
that should
anything
be
we
put
can
in
put
there?
in there
Right.
to compel them, or that, do we have to let them know that we will be making a decision if they don't show up next time?
Then no, the next time it's scheduled, you don't grant any requests for an adjournment. You have them come, and if they don't want to show up, fine, but you schedule it, and the opposition will continue with their case.
Got it.
so for example, if they don't show up next meeting, can we dismiss this case? Then they have to reapply and do.
I don't know that
I
we
would,
can
I
dismiss
would,
it to vote
I
on
would
it.
continue and allow the opposition to put in their case, and then you, as a board, would review the application of the applicant, you know, the testimony, the expert reports, you'd review the opposition, and you make a determination.
So just for clarity, if on May 6th, we're here, the opposition is here, the opposition attorneys are here, and they're not here, we can go ahead and hear the case from the opposition, right? Because we've
Yes.
already heard the plaintiff's side.
Yeah.
Or the applicant's side.
Yes, and you're not, and you do not give them an extension.
And we could vote that night if we chose,
If they.
If they finish.
if they finish. Okay.
Okay? Right.
John, you have anything to say?
Okay. All right, so, I guess we have a motion to go ahead and grant the extension to May 20th date, is that correct? And any other discussion?
May 6th.
I mean, May 6th, I'm sorry, May 6th of 2020?
Sorry, they didn't give reason why, and they
They
don't
do
have
not.
to.
No.
They don't have to.
So moved.
Okay, second, any discussion?
No.
Okay.
You also have to open the meeting to the public.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that, okay. So, that was the order of business there, and, we have one public member here, so good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. As you can see, we have a very light crowd tonight. The applicant in the major case, has asked for us to extend this. Were you here for the,
No, I'm there only to observe.
Okay, very good, okay. Well, you've observed a great meeting, because we're probably.
Because we're
gonna be-
done.
Well, but just for the record, you have to open the meeting to the
Yeah,
public.
Okay,
You
okay,
have to make that motion.
okay. Motion to open the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Okay. Is there anybody from the public that has anything that's not on the agenda to bring forth to this board at this time? No? Okay, very good.
Seeing none, close the meeting.
Yeah. Seeing none, close, motion to close the meeting?
Motion.
Okay, motion, all right?
All in
Motion
favor?
to adjourn the meeting?
All in favor?
Okay, very good.
Aye. Great job, Chairman.